Far beyond the familiar routes of global travel, there is a country that feels almost unreal. Vanuatu, a scattered chain of islands resting quietly in the South Pacific, far from continents, far from crowds, and far from the rhythm the modern world follows. This nation is made of 83 volcanic islands, rising from deep blue water like fragments of an unfinished dream. Only about 65 of them are permanently inhabited. The rest remain silent, claimed by jungle, wind, and time. From above, Vanuatu looks small. From within, it feels endless. Isolation defines everything here. The nearest countries are hundreds of kilometers away. Flights are limited. Ships arrive slowly. As a result, only a small number of travelers ever reach these shores, and that absence of mass tourism has preserved something rare. Nature here has not been redesigned. It has not been staged. It simply exists. Dense forests spill down volcanic slopes. Black sand beaches meet turquoise water. Villages appear without warning, woven into the landscape instead of imposed upon it. There are no towering resorts dominating the skyline, no noise competing with the ocean. Only space, air, and silence. But Vanuatu is not empty. It is deeply alive. Every island carries its own rhythm, its own stories, its own way of understanding the world. Life moves slowly, not because it is lacking, but because it is complete. Time is measured by tides, sunlight, and seasons, not by schedules. To stand here is to feel how distant the world can be, and how small it suddenly becomes. Vanuatu does not try to impress. It does not ask for attention. It waits, and that is its power. A country untouched by urgency, a place where isolation is not weakness, but protection, where mystery is not marketed, but lived. Vanuatu exists beyond the familiar flow of the world, quietly reminding us that some places are not meant to be rushed, only discovered. For those willing to listen, travel here becomes a lesson in humility, patience, and wonder, revealing how vast Earth truly remains far beyond maps, expectations, and ordinary human imagination. If Vanuatu 2026 surprised you, if these shocking facts made you question how little we truly know about our world, then don't stop here. Hit like to let us know this journey changed your perspective. Subscribe to continue exploring the world's most mysterious places. And comment below, which hidden nation should we uncover next? Because the most fascinating stories are never found on the surface. Now, take a breath. In the next chapter, we go deeper beyond the facts into the lives, beliefs, and unseen realities that make Vanuatu one of the most mysterious nations on Earth. In most corners of the world, wild nature comes with a warning. Venom, fangs, hidden danger beneath beauty. But Vanuatu breaks that rule. Here, the wilderness feels different, strangely calm, almost gentle. There are no venomous snakes sliding through the grass, no large predators watching from the shadows, no deadly insects waiting for a careless step. For a tropical island nation, this is nearly unheard of, and the reason lies in isolation. For thousands of years, Vanuatu evolved alone. Cut off from continental ecosystems, its plants and animals followed their own quiet path. Survival here did not demand aggression, it demanded adaptation. The result is a world that feels alien, yet welcoming. Birds flash through the canopy in colors that seem unreal, their songs sharp and melodic, almost mechanical, like echoes from another age. Some plants grow in shapes so unusual, they appear imagined rather than natural. Leaves twist, trunks bend, roots crawl across volcanic soil, as if searching for memory. Scientists are still studying many of these species today. Some may hold medicinal secrets not yet understood. Others exist nowhere else on Earth. And then there is the land itself. Volcanoes rise quietly from the forest, their slopes layered in black rock and deep green life. Some sleep, some breathe. All of them remind you that creation here is still in progress. Rivers cut through jungle like polished glass. Waterfalls fall without ceremony, hidden until you are close enough to hear them. The sea is impossibly clear, shifting from turquoise to deep blue in a single glance. Coral reefs glow beneath the surface, alive with movement, yet untouched by fear. To walk through Vanuatu's nature is to feel something rare. You are surrounded by wilderness, but not threatened by it. You are small, but not unwelcome. This is nature without hostility, wild, ancient, and deeply respectful of human presence. In Vanuatu, the earth does not roar, it breathes, and for once, you are allowed to breathe with it. In most countries, language is a tool. In Vanuatu, language is a landscape. This small island nation speaks in more than 113 indigenous languages. That is not a typo. 113. With a population barely over 350,000 people, Vanuatu holds the highest language density on Earth. On average, one language exists for every 3,000 people. Each island, each valley, sometimes each village, carries its own voice. These languages were not designed to dominate or spread. They were born to belong, to land, to ancestors, to memory. And yet, despite this astonishing diversity, daily life does not descend into chaos. Instead, it flows with surprising ease. The bridge between these voices is Bislama, a simple, direct Creole language shaped by English, French, and local tongues. Bislama does not chase perfection, it chases understanding. There are no complex verb tenses, no heavy grammar rules. Sentences are short, clear, human. I go house. I come now. Meaning matters more than structure. In a world obsessed with sounding smart, Bislama chooses to sound clear. But language here is not only spoken, it is performed. A raised eyebrow means yes, no words needed. A quick lift of the brow can answer a question, confirm a plan, or acknowledge your presence. At first, it feels strange. Then it feels intimate, as if conversation has been stripped back to instinct. In markets, on dusty roads, under palm trees, people switch languages effortlessly. One for family, one for neighbors, one for trade, one for outsiders. Children grow up multilingual without realizing it, not through classrooms, but through living. In Vanuatu, language is not a barrier, it is a reflection of respect. You do not force one voice to replace another, you let them coexist. And perhaps that is the quiet lesson here. Communication does not need to be louder, or smarter, or global. Sometimes, it only needs to be understood. The first shock in Vanuatu does not shout, it whispers. You look at the children, dark bronze skin, Melanesian features, curly hair catching the sun, and then you notice the color. Natural blonde, soft gold, almost impossible to believe. For years, outsiders tried to explain it away. Too much sun, too much fish, some strange diet. But the truth is far more fascinating. A rare genetic mutation, passed quietly through generations. The TYRP1 gene alters how melanin forms, allowing light hair to grow on dark skin. As the children grow older, the blonde slowly deepens into brown. But for a brief moment in life, they carry a look that seems to break. Everything we think we know about genetics, identity, and appearance. That is Vanuatu. Nothing looks the way you expect. The second shock arrives at night. In a bar, or rather, what you think is a bar, there is no loud music, no dancing, no flashing lights. People sit quietly, almost motionless, holding coconut shells filled with kava. Kava is not alcohol. It does not excite. It calms. The drink numbs the lips, slows the body, and gently quiets the mind. The more people drink, the less they speak. Silence becomes part of the ritual. Conversation fades into presence. You do not come here to perform. You come to slow down. In a world addicted to noise, this feels almost unreal. And then there is the night itself. No rush, no urgency, no sense that something must happen. Vanuatu does not chase entertainment. It allows time to pass. People walk home early. Streets empty without fear. The darkness feels calm, not threatening. Life here is not built on spectacle. It is built on rhythm. These cultural shocks do not overwhelm you. They sink in slowly, quietly, and before you realize it, they change the way you listen, the way you move, the way you exist. In Vanuatu, the deepest surprises never make a sound. In Vanuatu, power does not sit on a throne. It stands barefoot in the market. At sunrise, before the heat settles, women arrive carrying baskets of taro, yam, coconut, fish. They lay woven mats on the ground. They smile. They negotiate. These are the market mamas. They are not just sellers. They are economists, planners, and providers. The income they earn feeds families, pays school fees, and sustains entire villages. Some sleep beside their stalls for days, their children resting on mats nearby, life unfolding between trade and care. In many islands, their authority runs even deeper. Vanuatu is home to matrilineal societies, where land does not pass from father to son, but from mother to daughter. The soil, the gardens, the future belong to women. Men farm the land, build homes, make decisions, but permission comes from the women. This is not loud power. It is structural, quiet, unquestioned. Even clothing tells this story. The traditional island dress, with wide sleeves and flowing shape, was once introduced by missionaries to enforce modesty, but Vanuatu women transformed it. They added color, embroidery, pride. What was meant to limit became identity. Today, that dress is not a symbol of restriction, but of ownership, of culture reclaimed. Strength here is not only economic, it is physical. On hot sand courts, Vanuatu's women's beach volleyball team faces opponents from much larger nations, barefoot, focused, relentless. They move with discipline shaped by island life, sun, wind, endurance. Victories come not from size, but from resilience, and perhaps that is the essence of women in Vanuatu. They do not ask to be seen. They simply hold everything together: family, land, tradition, future. Their beauty is not decoration, it is presence. In Vanuatu, women are not behind the story. They are the foundation it stands on. In Vanuatu, belief does not follow textbooks, it follows memory. To understand this land, you must step back to a moment when the sky first delivered miracles. During World War II, foreign planes landed on remote islands. Ships arrived, radios spoke, crates fell from the air. For island communities untouched by industrial society, these objects did not look manufactured. They looked sent. Food appeared without farming, medicine without rituals, tools without ancestors' hands. When the war ended, the soldiers left. The planes vanished. So did the gifts. From this absence, the cargo cults were born. Villagers built runways from earth, carved radios from bamboo, marched with wooden rifles, not as imitation, but as prayer. They believed that if the rituals were performed correctly, the sky would open again. Among these beliefs, one name echoes louder than all others: John Frum. No one knows exactly who he was: an American soldier, aspirate, a promise. John Frum is said to have vowed he would return, bringing wealth, harmony, and a better life. Every year, flags rise, songs are sung, eyes turn toward the horizon. Waiting is not passive here, it is devotion. Then there is a belief that stunned the modern world. On the island of Tanna, a community believes that Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth II, was a divine figure. To them, he fulfilled an ancient prophecy of a pale-skinned son of the mountain spirit who would travel far and one day return with power and blessing. When photographs of him arrived, they were treated as sacred. Remarkably, Prince Philip acknowledged this belief. He sent gifts, signed portraits, a quiet exchange between monarchy and myth. After his passing, some believed his spirit had gone home. Others believe he will return, changed, but not gone. From the outside, these beliefs may seem surreal, but in Vanuatu, they are not about fantasy. They are about making sense of a world that arrived suddenly, powerfully, and without explanation. Here, belief is not denial of logic. It is a bridge between ancestors and airplanes, between ritual and reality, and in that space, the mysterious still breathes. In Vanuatu, the land does not sleep, and neither do its traditions. This is a country where tribes still shape reality, where rituals are not performances, but survival codes pass through blood and fire. On the island of Malakula, you encounter names that stop you mid-thought. Big Nambas, small Nambas. The names come from a single detail of dress, simple, exposed, yet deeply symbolic. But behind the shock lies history. These were among the last tribes on Earth to abandon ancient practices that once defined power and fear. Here, tradition was never erased. It was slowly transformed. Travel further, and you meet communities who deliberately refuse the future. No electricity, no phones, no money. They live as their ancestors did, hunting, gathering, and measuring time by sun and rain. For them, modern life is not progress. It is noise. On other islands, beauty once meant something extreme. Infants' heads were gently bound, shaped over months, to grow long and high. An elongated skull symbolized wisdom, status, and spiritual closeness. Today, this practice has ended, but elders still walk among the villages, living reminders of a world where the body itself carried belief. Then comes Ambram, the island of fire. Here, sorcerers hold immense influence, not through force, but through fear and faith. Their ram dances are unforgettable. Men vanish beneath towering costumes of dried leaves. Masks stare back like spirits pulled from the earth. These dances are not entertainment. They are negotiations. With ancestors, with volcanoes, with the unseen, because Ambrim burns. Vanuatu sits on one of the most unstable places on the planet. The ground shakes hundreds of times a year. Volcanoes breathe, sometimes gently, sometimes violently. On Tanna Island, Mount Yasur erupts almost daily. Lava arcs into the night sky. Ash falls softly on green forests. People live beside it, raise children beside it. They do not conquer nature. They coexist. In Vanuatu, danger is not an enemy. It is a neighbor. And that is what makes this land so humbling. Here, humanity does not dominate fire and earth. It listens, and in that listening, you feel something rare: respect. Vanuatu is not a place that tries to impress you. It reveals itself slowly, through moments that feel almost unreal. In the clear waters of Espiritu Santo, Champagne Hole quietly releases warm bubbles from the ocean floor. No machines, no spectacle, just volcanic breath rising beneath your skin, as if the earth itself is exhaling. Not far away, Millennium Cave waits behind hours of walking. You cross rivers, push through jungle shadows, and step into a cathedral of stone. Dark, cold, ancient. Water flows under towering rock walls, and silence becomes heavy, almost sacred. Then there is $1 Million Point, where rusted war machines lie beneath turquoise water. Tanks, trucks, engines. Once symbols of power, now coral homes for fish. History surrendered to nature without ceremony. Food here tells another story. Lap Lap is not just a dish, it is community. Root vegetables grated by many hands, cooked slowly, shared without rush. Tuluk travels with fishermen and farmers. Wrapped, partable, practical, the sea provides daily. Fish sliced fresh, mixed with coconut and citrus. Even bat meat appears, not as shock value, but as tradition in places where nothing is wasted. Yet beneath this raw beauty lies a contradiction. Vanuatu is not cheap. Imported goods cost more than expected. Electricity, fuel, basic comforts. Isolation has a price. In Port Vila, the capital feels strangely improvised. There are no fixed bus routes. Vehicles come to you, ask where you want to go, and adjust the city around that answer. There is even a post office underwater, mail delivered by divers, logic replaced by imagination. But travel here demands humility. Land belongs to families, not the state. Nature has guardians. You ask before entering. You pay not for access, but for respect. Photos are not automatic. Ceremonies are not performances. Vanuatu does not exist for consumption. It exists on its own terms, and that is why it stays with you. Because Vanuatu is not for everyone. It is for those willing to slow down, to listen, to accept that the world does not need to make sense, to be meaningful. And when you leave, you don't just remember what you saw, you remember how small you felt. If this journey through Vanuatu made you pause, question what you thought you knew about the world, or feel a quiet sense of wonder, then this channel is for you. Here, we don't just travel to places, we travel into cultures, beliefs, contradictions, and the human stories hidden beyond the surface. If you value depth over noise, understanding over quick impressions, and exploration that stays with you long after the screen fades, subscribe to continue this journey. Like the video if it gave you a new perspective, and comment below, which country should we explore next and why? Your curiosity shapes this channel, your voice decides the next destination. Until the next journey, keep questioning the map, and never stop exploring the world beneath it.